How difficult is it to be a part of popular culture?
I don't know how popular I am in popular culture. I don't live a life that puts me there. I live a pretty simple life. I don't live in Hollywood, and I don't run in those circles.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating life of the one and only Winona Ryder, her career, lifestyle, and the latest buzz. If you're a fan of Hollywood's most iconic stars, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more exclusive stories. Let's get started. You know, when you're a Hollywood icon like her, you've got to have some pretty interesting hobbies and interests to unwind from the glitz and glamour. First off, Winona is a total bookworm. She's been spotted numerous times carrying stacks of books, and she's even said that she prefers a good read over going out to parties. So it's no surprise that she spends a good chunk of her money on books. Can you imagine her personal library? It must be like something out of a dream. Now, let's talk about her love for vintage fashion. Winona has always been known for her unique style, and she's a big fan of vintage clothing. She's often seen wearing pieces from the 60s and 70s, and she's not afraid to splurge on items that catch her eye. I mean, who can blame her? Those are the decades that brought us some of the most iconic fashion trends. But it's not just about books and fashion for Winona. She's also a big supporter of various charities and causes. She's been involved with organizations like the American Indian College Fund and the Save the Children Foundation. It's clear that she believes in using her influence and resources to make a positive impact on the world. And get this, Winona is also into collecting rare and unique items. She's mentioned in interviews that she loves finding one-of-a-kind pieces that have a story behind them. It could be anything from an antique trinket to a quirky piece of art. It's all about the thrill of the find for her. Lastly, let's not forget about her love for music. Winona has been linked to several musicians throughout her career, and she's a big fan of live concerts. She's been spotted at various music festivals and shows, so it's safe to say that she enjoys spending her money on experiences as well. Winona Ryder's hobbies and interests are as unique and eclectic as she is. From books to vintage fashion, charity work to collecting rare items, and her love for music, she's definitely not your average Hollywood star. And that's what makes her so fascinating, right? All right, let's dive into the personal life and relationships of Winona Ryder. Because as much as we love her for her incredible acting chops, we're also curious about what goes on behind the scenes, especially since there has been some very interesting news recently. First off, let's talk about her family. Winona was born into a family of artists and writers, which probably explains where she gets her creative genius from. Her parents were a bit unconventional, and they even lived on a commune for a while when Winona was a kid. Talk about a unique upbringing. Now, let's get into her romantic life. Winona's been linked to some pretty famous faces over the years. In the early 90s, she was engaged to Johnny Depp. Yep, you heard that right. They were one of Hollywood's it couples at the time, and Johnny even had a tattoo that said Winona Forever. Unfortunately, their love story didn't last, and the tattoo was famously changed to Wino Forever. After Johnny, Winona dated Soul Asylum frontman Dave Pirner for a few years. They were introduced by her Reality Bites co-star Ethan Hawke. But, like her relationship with Johnny, this one also fizzled out after a while. Winona's also been linked to other celebs like Matt Damon and Beck, but she's been pretty private about her love life in recent years. Winona's personal life hasn't always been smooth sailing, though. She's been open about her struggles with anxiety and depression, and she famously took a break from acting after a shoplifting incident in 2001. But she's proven time and time again that she's a fighter, and she's made an incredible comeback in recent years, especially with her role in Beetlejuice 2. She's been in a relationship with fashion designer Scott McInlay-Hahn since 2011, and it's not exactly clear how it's progressing. They have kept their relationship secret for a long time, and it is unknown if they are still dating. because lately the internet is literally buzzing with very sensational rumors. Well, let's talk about the latest news. So let's talk about the latest buzz surrounding Winona Ryder and her longtime friend and co-star Keanu Reeves. Now, remember, this is all alleged information, and we should always take these kinds of reports with a grain of salt. Here's what's been circulating. According to an anonymous source who claims to be a medical professional working at the time, Winona Ryder allegedly became pregnant by Keanu Reeves back in 1992. This was during the time they were working together on films like Bram Stoker's Dracula and A Scanner Darkly. The source also claims that Winona had an abortion that same year. Let's be clear, the news broke just recently. Neither Winona nor Keanu has yet to confirm the news. They've both been in the spotlight for decades and have always maintained a strong friendship, both on and off the screen. Winona and Keanu have been open about their close bond, with Winona even joking once that she thinks they might be married in real life after filming a wedding scene in Dracula. But they've always maintained that they're just good friends. As for the recent allegations, it's crucial to remember that these are personal matters, and it's up to Winona and Keanu whether or not they want to address them publicly. We'll keep you updated if there are any official statements or confirmations regarding this news. But for now, let's focus on what we know for sure. Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves are two incredibly talented actors with a beautiful friendship that spanned decades. And that, folks, is something truly special in Hollywood. Now let's talk about the money side of things, shall we? First off, let's take a stroll down memory lane. Winona Ryder burst onto the scene in the late 80s and early 90s with iconic films like Beetlejuice, Heathers, and Edward Scissorhands. These roles not only made her a household name but also started her journey towards financial success. Now, you might be wondering, how does Winona Ryder make her money? Well, the majority of her earnings come from her acting projects. She's been part of some massive hits like Girl Interrupted, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and most recently, Tim Burton's new movie Beetlejuice 2. According to various sources, her earnings for starring in this movie amounted to several $1,000,000. But it's not just about acting. Winona has also dabbled in producing and narrating, which adds to her income. Plus, let's not forget endorsements and appearances. She's been the face of several brands, and all these gigs add to her net worth. So how much has she made so far? Well, it's tough to pin down an exact figure, but according to Celebrity Net Worth, Winona Ryder's net worth is estimated to be around $30 million. That's a pretty impressive number, right? But here's the thing, Winona isn't all about the money. She's known for taking on roles she's passionate about, not just ones that come with a hefty paycheck. And that, folks, is what makes her a true artist. It's not just about the zeros in her bank account, but the incredible performances she's given us along the way. But have you ever wondered where this Hollywood star calls home? Let's take a little tour of Winona Ryder's real estate. Winona Ryder was born in Winona County, Minnesota, but her journey to stardom has taken her to some pretty amazing places. For many years, Winona called San Francisco her home. She owned a beautiful Victorian house in the Cow Hollow neighborhood, which she bought in the mid-90s. This wasn't just a house, it was a reflection of her unique personality and style. The house was built in the late 1800s and had that classic, charming feel that Winona seems to be drawn to. But here's an interesting twist. In 2013, Winona decided to sell her San Francisco home. Why, you ask? Well, she wanted to move back to Los Angeles to be closer to the heart of the film industry. And let me tell you, her choice of residence in LA is just as captivating as her previous home. Winona Ryder now lives in a stunning Spanish-style house in the Hollywood Hills. This place is a dream, with its beautiful architecture, lush gardens, and breathtaking views of the city. It's the perfect blend of old-world charm and modern luxury, which seems to be a theme in Winona's real estate choices. But here's the thing, Winona isn't just about the glamour. She's known for her down-to-earth personality and her love for simplicity. Her homes, though beautiful and luxurious, have always had a cozy, inviting feel to them. They're not just houses. They're homes filled with character and warmth, much like Winona herself. From a charming Victorian in San Francisco to a stunning Spanish-style house in the Hollywood Hills, her homes are as unique and captivating as she is. But what about the cars? Remember, Winona isn't known for flaunting her wealth, so her rides might not be what you'd expect from a typical Hollywood A-lister. First up, let's talk about her classic choice. Winona has been spotted driving a vintage Mercedes-Benz 280 SE. This car is a true gem, originally produced in the late 60s and early 70s. It's a perfect blend of elegance and old-school cool, much like Winona herself. It's not about flash or speed, but rather about style and class. You can totally imagine her cruising down the Pacific Coast Highway in this beauty, right? Now, for something a bit more modern, Winona has also been seen behind the wheel of a Lexus RX. This luxury SUV is a popular choice among celebrities for its comfort, reliability, and sleek design. It's perfect for running errands around town or taking longer road trips. And here's a fun fact for you. Back in the day, Winona's first car was a beat-up old Volvo. She's talked about it in interviews, reminiscing about how it was a real clunker, but she loved it nonetheless. It's a sweet reminder that even the biggest stars started out just like the rest of us. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching it with us, but hey, don't stop now. We've got more awesome videos for you to check out.